Quarantine periods can be shortened for some people exposed to COVID-19 under new guidance released by the US Centers for Disease Control. Joining me is US contributor Michael Ware. Michael, good morning to you. So how is this all going to work?
Well, the CDC, as you say, has outlined new guidelines shortening quarantine periods. Now, aside from the vaccines themselves, this is the best news that America has heard about COVID in months. And I can tell you, America really needs some good news. So under these new guidelines from the Center for Disease Control, you can quarantine. Now, quarantine is for those of us who fear we've been exposed to somebody who has COVID versus isolation, which is for those who have COVID. The CDC's new guidelines say you can quarantine for as short as 7 days if you get a negative COVID test at the end of that time. If you don't do a test, you can still quarantine for as short as 10 days. However, they still maintain that the gold standard of quarantine is 14 days. Now, look, America is still in the thick of this. I mean, people are saying that this is the beginning of the end, but it's certainly not the end. And that is so true. Already, just today, 140,000 Americans have been infected. 1,837 have already died. And this follows yesterday, where almost 2,600 people died. That's the second highest death toll in one day since the peak back in April. And as I sit here speaking to you, almost 99,000 Americans are hospitalised with the COVID-19 virus. Now, the director of the CDC has issued a grim warning, despite these glimmers of hope. He expects the next 3 months to be the roughest time of all. In fact, he says he expects December, January and February to be the most difficult time in the public health history of this country. And he says so as he urges, if not begs Americans, please do not travel for Christmas.
Well, the death rate's up. 31% is the latest figures today, Michael. That's the 14-day change, up 31%, 2,610 new deaths.
Yeah, it's deeply troubling. And here where I'm sitting in Los Angeles, I'm not far from Hollywood, I'm in LA County. We've been warned that this month, going into Christmas, the hospitals are going to overflow. In fact, the governor has predicted that the hospitals may have to start turning people away. That's how out of control the virus is. And one of the problems is the experts can no longer figure out what's the source, where are the spreading events, how is this happening? Because the virus has taken hold and hijacked the United States.